You're listening to the Straight Crooked Podcast.
I love it.
Yay.
Okay, let's just come right out the gate swinging and say that we just tried to record on a different platform than we normally do. And we ended up talking about an entire segment that is no longer available for us to use.
It looked like I was talking to myself, by the way. Like I was just having a conversation with myself, but I couldn't hear you at
Are you
all.
serious?
Yeah. So hey, maybe that'll go in the blooper reel. I don't know.
It was extra funny
Maybe.
though, because when I would say something, the pause in between me stopping and your response on my end was so long. Like I'd be like, "You've seen that before, right?" And then it would be like this. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
But
God.
basically we were talking about that emergency alert that I guess some of the world, was it the world or the United States?
This is the United States.
Oh, okay. Well, some in the United States apparently was terrified of, and the other half didn't even really know or care. And I think it goes to show maybe how chronically online I am versus you, like how I need to get off the internet because you didn't even know it was happening. It
I
just
didn't.
happened for you.
It did.
And I was over here seeing like conspiracy theories that the sounds would alter your brain waves, brainwash you from the government, all this crazy stuff. So, long story short, you didn't know it was coming.
I did
I
not.
did, and I prepared by turning my phone off early and sitting in silence for 30 plus minutes reading because I was also told that the alert was going to last for 30 minutes. I thought it was like you can't swipe out of it or anything.
You could exit out.
Well, okay. I guess I need to stop. I mean, I don't always believe the internet, but everyone was saying that, so I was like, okay, of course it's gonna beep for 30 minutes.
Can I
Like,
just say something really stupid?
absolutely.
I'm playing around with my like cord, my
Uh-huh.
headphone cord, and this looks like a uterus.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, it was just like that.
I just tried to make it, and this is what came out.
It's gone now.
That's incredible. I love that.
That's stupid. Anyway, continue.
Um, so I wanted to tell like the story of the journey I had trying to leave your house
Yeah.
after, we recorded our two nice episodes that are on YouTube now, if you want to go check them out.
Woo.
And then I'm like, I need to get home. My brother was coming into town the next day.
We were having such a good conversation too.
Oh my God, what is like the theory behind that? Like we had fun the whole weekend, but the conversation went to like level like a million
I know.
right when I was trying to walk out the door. How does that happen?
I don't know. It's a
Okay,
phenomenon.
we need to change that tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm like trying to, I hate the day of going home because I hate dragging it out, but I also hate leaving. So I'm just driving home. I always listen to my music so loud on the way home because
Yeah.
that's my karaoke time, I don't really get that very much.
Okay.
So my music's up, I'm driving, everything is normal except I happen to look down on my dash and I see these three lights that I've never seen before. Like one of them's flashing, two of them are just on. And I'm like, well, this isn't right. I don't know what these mean. So I call my mom, who for like the first time ever does not answer her phone. And I'm like, well, this is really fun. This is awesome. But, I'm stressed out. So music is going down so I can see better.
Right.
And then they go off and I'm like, go off, Queen. Yes, it's fine.
You were gonna say
So I'm like, it's fine. Just make it the rest of the way home. Mind you, I have not been on the road that long. Maybe an hour at this point. I don't know. I'm not really good at estimating, so
that
just pretend I
sucks.
said that.
Yeah.
Um, but I just told you to pretend that I said that when I actually said that. So that's really fun. But anyways, radio's off at this point. The lights went off, and then I hear a beep. Never heard that before. I look down and the lights are back on. So that tells me it had been beeping. I just didn't know it because my music was too loud. So at that point, I'm pulling up on the rest stop, which I think is around the Dublin area, maybe.
Oh, you went that way? Oh, never mind, never mind. You go through Dublin every time.
So
So
I
you
see
were
that,
about an hour and a half into your trip.
yeah, not far at all compared
Okay.
to like the rest of the way I had to go. And my mom's not answering. She's not calling me back. I texted her and I was like, hey, weird lights are coming on. Call me when you can. So I pull into the rest stop and I'm like, I'll just wait here until someone can help me because I don't want to keep going. Like, my automatic thought, and I guess I have like a fear that I didn't really realize I had, explosion. My thought is that the car is just going to go boom and I'm going to die in it.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was happening. Like, I don't
Huh.
know what these lights mean. So after a while, she calls me back. Like, I'm sitting there for a while. And the reason she wasn't answering her phone, she was looking on the internet while on her lunch break. She was looking at insurance quotes and accidentally put in a real phone number. So her phone was then getting spammed with millions of calls and
Oh
texts. So she
God. Yeah.
silenced it for the first time. But anyway, she called me back and we like looked in the little book. Or I mean, she
Your
had
manual.
yeah, I'm a child, so she had to tell me like, "Hey, go find the picture in the book and tell me what it means." Like,
Right.
um, so it had stuff to do with tire pressure, brakes, that kind of thing. So I wasn't gonna blow up, thank the Lord. But I was about an hour from Terry Lynn's house, my aunt. So we called her and we're like, hey, are you home? Can you come and get me? And instead of coming to the rest stop an hour away, she's like, you know what? I think you're fine. You drive towards me and I'll drive towards you and we'll meet at a gas station. We'll check your tires, blah, blah, blah. Which that terrified me because I'm like, there's no way I'm going to drive again. Like now I'm scared my tire is going to pop or something.
Right.
Even though I got out and I looked at them and they looked fine, but like, what do I really know about a tire? But we did that and we met up at a gas station on a random exit. She checked my tires and they were all fine. Meanwhile, my mom's leaving work and driving to my aunt's house to meet me there. So my aunt follows me back to her house. All is well. The lights do keep coming on. And I'm at this point convinced that, my tire is going like, even though
Yeah.
it's not.
Yes.
Um, so we get to my aunt's house. My mom is going to drive my car home because I'm afraid of it. And I'm following her in her car. We turn off my aunt's road. My mom turns out first. We're in Forsyth, by the way. A Conyers police pulls out behind my mom, and I pull out behind the police. So it's like my mom, police, me. We are traveling like half of the journey just like that. Mind you, this cop is on my mom's tail to the point where he has to keep hitting his brakes and slowing
Yeah.
down. Like, you're the problem, sir. She's going the speed limit. Then it got to the point where I wanted to pull out my phone and record this, but I was also scared because I'm like, well, that's illegal. Can't have my phone in my hand. But he was driving in the middle of the road at some points. Like, he would just get over in the middle of the road. And I was like, is he going to pass her? Like, what is he doing? But no, he just kept going in the middle of the road and driving and then like getting back in our lane. And I'm like, well, this is weird, but like, whatever. It's not his jurisdiction. Like, what? Like, there's nothing we could do, really.
Yeah.
We pull up to a four-way. My mom is stopped at the four-way. The police is pretty much stopped behind her, and I'm like slowly rolling in about to stop behind him. She goes to like go through the four-way because it's her turn. And then I just see the cop go whoop straight into her. And I was literally like, I was like, what is going on? There was a gas station right beside us. So I just threw the car over there and I like get out of the car. Like, I'm angry at this point because, like, what do you mean you're hitting my mom?
Well,
But
so wait a
they,
minute. It was in your car? They rear-ended your car?
yep, she was in my car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Ugh.
it's just like it's so stupid to me because like she was just pulling forward through, it wasn't even like she stopped and he didn't and ran into her. She was going forward to go through the four-way and he just gunned it and like smacked her in the butt. And I'm like, ugh, I don't want to be mean, but like, are you stupid? And
He
so
was probably on his phone.
we all pull into the gas station and it was like some young kid. He was coming from training in Forsyth because they have like a big like police training around
Yeah.
there. Um, and he first of all he asked my mom like, "Do you want like an incident report, as if she was going to be like, oh no, my car is
Don't worry
damaged, but
about
it's
it.
fine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So she was like, yeah, of course. And he's like, well, I have to call GSP because, like I can't call Butts County. We were in Jackson at that time. Blah, 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 all this stuff. So we wait forever and he can't get a hold of GSP. So Butts County shows up to like mediate for the time being. And so we have Conyers that hit us. Butts County is sitting here and we're both waiting for GSP to get there. We were there for like over an hour waiting. He finally gets there. He does a report, all this stuff. Nothing came of it in that moment. But and the cop was very apologetic, the one that hit us. Like he came up to my mom and he's like, "Can I get you anything out of the gas station?" Again, like that's gonna fix the car. But right before he left, he came up and apologized again, and he said he'd been awake for 30 hours.
Ew.
I don't know if he thought that was supposed to help his case or not, but
Yeah, okay. Imagine if he was on duty at that time.
right.
Okay, and being awake for 30 hours.
Yeah,
It's how people get killed.
exactly. He could have done, and especially with him riding in the middle of the road before that, he could have hit someone head on doing that.
He might have been falling asleep.
Probably, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, but now we have the issue. So like my car is damaged, which I can deal with like the ugliness. But since we got hit, literally all the lights in my car are turning on. All the lights in my car.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
my mom's been on like a phone tag chase with the insurance company. Oh, the insurance actually that they gave us, the Conyers Police, when our insurance tried to contact them, that company had been like out of business for 3 years. They gave us old insurance. We had to go to the police station in Conyers, who sent us to City Hall in Conyers to finally get the updated insurance.
Oh my God.
And just as of yesterday, some guy was supposed to come out and do the estimate on the car. So
Yeah.
he stopped. First of all, he lied and said that he was texting my mom all weekend. Like, we have iPhones, our messages come through. You know what I mean? Like, we know if we're getting texts or not. He
Yeah.
hadn't texted her. So he was going to come yesterday around 6 in the evening. And my mom let him know, like, hey, I'm home. Feel free to come whenever you can, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't respond whatsoever. Some lady knocks on our door and she goes, oh, I'm here for blah, blah, blah. He texted you and told you I was coming. And my mom's like, no, he didn't. It was his wife and his mom in the car. Now, I'm not even convinced that his wife works for the company. I think he just sent her to take pictures. You know what I mean? It all feels like weird to me.
That's sketchy.
It is very sketchy, but so now we're just kind of sitting around waiting for estimates. We got to take it to get quotes for being fixed. It's a whole mess, and I can't drive it right now because obviously the lights are going crazy and we don't know if it's going to break down or anything.
So you've been driving your mom's car
I haven't been driving. I've just
because you haven't
been,
been anywhere.
yeah. But yeah, so it's been really fun
Well,
with,
all the lights did come on afterwards. It was just your tire pressure light that was on.
yeah, yeah, true.
The
So it's
hell?
been hard navigating with a lot. Like, obviously, I'm coming down there tomorrow and I have to use my mom's car. So she's going to take my car to work since it's a shorter distance.
Yeah.
We have a lot. We have a lot going on. And on top, so yeah, leading into that, the past 2 weeks have just been like so hectic for me emotionally. It's kind of ridiculous, but I want to tell the story about my mole removals because I'm going to be very transparent about it. Um, First of all, the doctors call them growths, a growth removal, and I don't like that. I feel
Ew.
like that's nasty.
Yeah.
Um, but back in March, I had one on my neck.
Right.
Aesthetically, I just didn't like it. Got it removed. It was no big deal. They numbed me, they took it off. I had like a little sore right there for a couple days, just wash it. Nothing, no pain, anything. So I'm thinking, I've got four other ones and they're all inconvenient in that they get hit or they hurt in some way. So I want them gone. And I'm thinking this one was such a breeze. Like it's no big deal for me to just go ahead and get four off at once. we're gonna be good. And then I'm not gonna have anything to worry about, right? Wrong, 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 wrong. So, for context, there was a tiny one on the side of my neck that collared shirts rubbed raw. There's one in my hair towards the back of my head that like brushes and combs, like when I go get my hair done, they stab it because they don't expect anything to be in my head and it hurts. There's one like directly under my armpit that one has been there for as long as I can remember, but even that, like I've almost cut it off shaving a couple times, like
Jeez.
And then one on my lower back, which that one didn't really bother me, but it was growing outward, like it was getting bigger. So I was like, maybe that's something to be concerned about. So go
Yeah.
ahead and take it off. When I tell you, besides other issues previous to this, so like the week after coming home from your house was very hectic. I got this done that next week. I've cried every single day since then because of this. So I don't do wounds. I don't do paper cuts. I love blood. I think blood is awesome. These are not bloody. They're not bloody. And I don't do like guts, you know? Not that they cut down to my guts, but so you have to wash them 1 to 2 times every day and put like Vaseline on them, just, like you would any other sore, cut, whatever. The first 2 days in the shower, I'm crying. And like, I'm not just like, when little kids
Sobbing.
like have, yeah, like they freak out about something and their whole body is going like as they're
Yeah.
crying. That's me in the shower, just full on sobbing because they hurt, they're like burning, they're crusty, it's exposed skin. It's freaking me out.
Well, did you talk about the lidocaine?
Oh, no, I didn't. First of all, oh my God, thank you for reminding me. Getting them off was a whole ordeal because that shot hurts. First of all, I've never got a shot in my head before. Never want one ever again. So the top three were painful enough. But then I'm on my side. She's going for my lower back. The poke, not even the lidocaine going in, the poke of the needle made me lurch forward on that table. Like I was afraid that the needle was going to break off inside of me because it hurt so bad.
Ugh.
So yes, that one, I had to go to the appointment alone. I hate doing appointments alone. And then she tried to kill me with the lidocaine, and that was a whole thing. Obviously, once it was in, it was fine because, like, hey, I can't feel anything. Woohoo. But yeah, so day one, I didn't clean them because you keep the band-aid on for 24 hours and then you clean them the next day. So, like, the first 2 days I'm showering, I'm sobbing because it hurts. They're like sore, especially the one on my lower back. It was like very sore to the touch, and I couldn't sit certain ways. I had to make sure my underwear were like pulled above my belly button so the waistband wasn't rubbing.
Yeah.
It was like a whole thing. But then after that, it became more of a mind thing. So I'm pulling, and I keep a band-aid on my lower back one, or else it's just going to be stuff rubbing against it all day. So when I pull the band-aid off on day like 3, and I can see it's not bloody like a wound, it is white and slick, like it's a layer of meat, a layer of skin underneath it.
Ugh.
Right, it's sickening. And I'm not used to seeing something like that. So I pull the band-aid off, and before I'm even showering, before I even feel anything, I'm just sobbing right away because I don't like seeing it. And then when I go to wash it, I can feel like the indentation of where it was cut
Yeah.
out.
It'll grow
Overall,
back.
I
I mean, not the mole,
can't get it
your
removed again.
skin. Your skin. It'll heal up.
Yeah, but it's been really hard. It's like a whole mental thing. Like I can feel it, and when I wash it, it's like I can feel the new skin. So I've been dealing with that, but I'm getting through it. So, if you're, and it was so bad the first couple of days, and I'm like, you know what? These moles were inconvenient, but if I knew it was going to be this bad, I would have left them. So if you're considering getting moles removed and you're very, not even squeamish, because I love a good, like, scary movie, but if you just can't deal with wounds and pain and cleaning wounds, I guess, maybe reconsider getting the mole removed. That would be my advice. Have
Hope
you
we
ever
don't have
gotten
any squeamish people listening to this.
Oh, trigger warning. A little too late.
After we said the whole story.
Have you ever gotten any like moles or anything removed? Like
No,
warts or anything? No.
no, never had warts
I haven't
before.
either. Are they really from frogs or is that like a fake thing?
I mean, I think they can cause them, but that's not the only cause of it.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
But no, I'm not a very moly person. I've got like
Yeah.
one on my arm, and
Mhm.
that's it. I don't have
Nice.
anything.
Very nice.
Thankfully, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know, you might be better than I am at handling stuff like that, but it was not fun. Do not
Yeah,
recommend.
I've dealt with some pretty nasty stuff,
Yeah.
so I
Mm,
can I can handle it, I think.
stronger than me. Like, God forbid I ever have to get surgery or anything. I'm done for. But so going back to like the whole chronically online thing that I mentioned regarding the emergency alert, I think we've touched on this before, but I'm like the person that's like always on TikTok, always on Twitter, whereas you're kind of like, okay, I'll open TikTok if someone sends me a video I need to watch kind of thing.
Yeah,
So I'm curious to know, do you know about the Roman Empire trend?
not a clue.
Okay,
No.
so basically what's been happening, I don't know how much I believe it. Girls have been asking their boyfriends or any male that's around them, "Hey, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?" And 99% of them are like dead serious, unprompted, allegedly. They're like every single day, multiple times a week. Like, so I
It's
asked,
come to be.
I don't even know. I don't even know how this started, but I just started seeing it everywhere. And I think a lot of it is like prompted or fake. I myself asked my brother, I wasn't recording, but he was up here a couple weeks ago. So I asked him, I was like, "Hey, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?" And I swear to God, I know when he is like extra lying. And I'm pretty sure he was extra lying because he was like smirking and be like, a couple times a week. Why? And I'm like, no, you know the trend. Like, that's why you're being goofy like that. But I just let him think I was stupid. And I was like, oh my God, what? You don't know what the trend, like, you're crazy. You really think about it? Like, what do you think about? And then he starts like naming facts about the Roman Empire. And I'm like, yeah, right. If I'm being honest, I don't even know what the Roman Empire is. And I don't believe that these men are thinking about it as much as they claim.
Now that it's a trend,
Right.
people are just on it,
Right.
I think.
But a lot of girlies have been posting on the internet what their equivalent of the Roman Empire is. So essentially what they think about every day, kind of.
Is what?
Um, well, it's different for every girl. Like we're
Oh.
being more personal with it. You know, we're not trying to be like the men, like, yes, we think about the Roman Empire every day. So I have answers already, but I was gonna ask, what would your Roman Empire be?
Oh God.
Because I
I
have
don't
two
know.
specific ones for myself.
Please share.
Okay, so without a doubt, my Roman Empires, one, Taylor Swift in any capacity. I think about her every
Yeah.
single day, something to do with her. And two, this is your fault, the Murdaugh.
I do. I agree. I
Yeah,
agree. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good one.
that's our Roman Empire.
It's true.
So yeah, that was just, I don't know. I feel like there could be a lot of other examples, but men are stupid and they're not thinking about the Roman Empire like they're saying. But if you're listening to this, oh my God, I might add a question to the Spotify. If you're listening to this, I want to know, what is your Roman Empire?
Nice. I think the Murdals is a good one. I didn't
Yeah,
think about that. But I
yeah,
also haven't had time to think about this. You just sprung it on me.
true. Because I wanted to like organically know if you'd heard of it and stuff.
Nope, not at all.
You know what I just realized?
What?
I'm in my mom's room and that's her bra just chilling on the arm right there. Can you tell it's a bra?
I did not notice. Now that you've
Okay.
mentioned it, I do.
I might have to crop the video like on both sides.
I don't know. I
So
think that's a good blooper. Just embarrass the shit out of your mom.
Like, she'll be like, why are you even in my room? Well, honey, the light was looking really good at this window. So, okay. So this is also kind of like, I've come with the facts from a TikTok video.
You and TikTok, or everybody in TikTok, I guess.
Everyone in TikTok, but I want to ask if you know about Tim Bleefnick, who was on Family Feud. Do you know anything about this situation?
Is he the killer?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
anything about it, but I just saw on YouTube and it was like the Family Feud murderer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
So I wrote some facts out here, so I'm gonna try not to get anything wrong because I do that sometimes. So Tim Bleefnick was on Family Feud in 2020. One of the questions he was asked was, what was the biggest mistake you made at your wedding? He then proceeded to look over at his wife in the audience and say, honey, I'm sorry, but
I
say I
do.
do. Yeah. And apparently that video was resurfacing recently because as of this year, he was convicted of murdering his then estranged wife at the time of the murder by shooting her 14 times.
14 times.
14 times. So they had 3 children together, and he filed for divorce in 2021 after being married for 11 years. Also, but like I would have filed for divorce after my husband said that on TV. That's just me personally. But
Was it
um
on the board?
you know what? I haven't watched the clip that far. I just
Oh,
saw Steve
shit.
Harvey do like a very disapproving look and then the video cuts. So I'm gonna have to figure that out.
I bet it was on the board.
I'm sure because men are trash and that's really rude. Um, but shortly after he filed for divorce, his wife starts messaging, and her name is Rebecca, by the way. She starts messaging friends saying she thinks that he has true mental health problems. She wants to get an order of protection, but she's scared. And also, I don't really know how this ends up tying in, but the video stated that she also wanted to not allow Tim's father to ever have unsupervised visits with her children ever
Is he a
again.
pedophile?
I don't know. I didn't hear
Probably.
anything else about that. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Um, so there's this like timeline that I saw. In October of 2022, he purchases a bike, which is gonna tie back in at the end. Okay. January of 2023, which is about a month and a half before the murder, he asks a neighbor if his video cameras point to the backyard, to his backyard. Weird. Around that same time, Rebecca sees someone she knows in a TJ Maxx, and this person claims that Rebecca told her that Tim said to her, "You'll be dead before you get any of my money." Fast forward to the next month, February, from the 19th to the 20th, Rebecca's staying with a friend because she had a scheduled abdominal surgery. The next day, she asked Tim to keep the kids for 2 more nights. February 23rd, their 3 kids are asleep at Tim's house. He gets on that bike that he bought, rides to Rebecca's house, breaks in, shoots her 14 times, goes back home, eventually gets the kids ready for school, takes them to school. Then he calls the school and tells them, hey, don't let the kids walk to their mom's house after school. He goes to pick up the kids. And then later he texts Rebecca's father saying, hey, the school called me and said that no one picked up our kids. Like, like what's going on with Rebecca? Leading Rebecca's father to go to Rebecca's house and find her dead body.
Mm.
And I just realized I forgot to figure out how long he was convicted for, but
Probably
yeah, that's the
life
story.
without parole.
Yeah.
Because that's. Has he gone to trial yet?
I believe so. I saw a video of like his lawyer saying they're asking for I don't know, something more lenient because whatever he got is reserved for the worst of the worst, and he is not the worst of the worst. Like,
Yes,
ma'am,
he is.
you literally just shot someone 14 times. Your ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife. Like,
Yeah. No. But if this happened at the beginning of 2023, he must have taken a plea deal or something because I don't think they would have gone to trial this soon.
right. I don't know, but he maintains his innocence on the thing, but
Liar.
Like,
Well,
who
was he
else?
calling Rebecca's phone to be like, hey, where are you? Why didn't you pick up the
Right.
kids? No,
No,
because he knew
hey,
she was dead.
right. Hey, Rebecca's dad. What's going
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So,
But I thought that was
whatever.
crazy. I've never seen the clip before as like one of the viral Family Feud videos. And yeah, I just wasn't expecting a story like that to come out of a Family Feud clip, especially relating to marriage. And then you go and kill your wife. That's crazy.
Leaf Nick. What a name.
I know. But yeah,
That's messed up.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
So all I have left today, we have a bit of a shorter episode, I believe, is sharing some more Reddit Am I the Asshole stories.
Woo!
Woo!
You want to go
Um,
first?
no, I want you to go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This one says, am I the asshole for firing our family therapist after she asked for tips? So, of course, I'm going to go with the therapy one.
Right.
But this was astounding to me. Okay. My ex and I have a 12-year-old boy who's going through some things. We found a therapist and we've been seeing her for a couple of years. It hasn't been life-changing for me in any way. In fact, it became more of a pointless chore like making your bed or folding your underwear. I might had gotten a few things out of it, but I would not do it again. A few weeks ago, I told our therapist that it's bizarre to not have to worry about money for the first time in my life. I make good money and don't have many bills. I'm saving like $1,000 a month. Last week, the therapist asked me if I could start making a copayment. I don't have a copayment because my insurance covers 100% of therapy sessions. I explained that to her. She said that was true, but maybe I could start paying like $20 cash because she's not making a lot with what my insurance pays her, like a tip. I was at a loss for words. I said, and I suppose this has no relation to my telling you that I had disposable income from a few weeks ago. She said, of course not. It was like she was asking for a raise, lol. I said, I'd think about it. I found nothing about tipping your therapist. I talked to my ex and I said I was firing the therapist. She told me not to throw away 2 years of work, and I said this therapist tried taking advantage of me. She offered to pay, and I said, I'm not stopping you, but I'm not doing the sessions anymore, and neither is our son. The trust I had in our therapist is forever broken. I left a voicemail and text message explaining we weren't in need of services anymore. I haven't heard back. Guess what? Our lives didn't fall apart, and the therapist replied that I totally misunderstood this whole tip thing.
Yeah, right.
So my initial thought was that is illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
My
You
God.
can't charge somebody on top of what your insurance is paying for already. That's like
Well,
double payment.
true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why does this therapist even think that it's okay to do that?
I don't know.
Oh my God. I
I was just
cannot
at a loss.
imagine the audacity. I would be scared if someone asked me that. Like, what do you mean you want me to pay more?
And it's just like, okay, so you're using what I say in our therapy sessions against me, saying like, oh,
Right.
for the first time in my life, I have disposable income and I'm saving money. Like,
Yeah. And even saying like, oh, if you want to throw like $20, like
for what?
I'm assuming you're doing therapy like once a week, maybe once every other week. Like, what is that extra $20 gonna do for your therapist?
Not much.
Right.
Except you just lost a client, so now you're not making any money off of
What
them.
is wrong with this person?
I don't know. Not a clue.
Well, the writer of that was 100% in the right for cutting that off.
Yeah, they
Like,
were not the asshole in that situation.
absolutely not. My God, the audacity of people.
Yeah. No, I know. It was a
I
little
love it.
ridiculous.
That
You
was a
love it?
good one. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, not if it happened to me, but I love hearing about it not being me.
No. It's just, come on. People need to get it together.
One day, but they won't. All right, so this one's more like goofy to me. Am I the asshole for telling my sister about my partner's plastic surgery? My girlfriend and I moved to Europe a few years ago, and she ended up getting a lot of plastic surgery while we were out there that I begged her not to get. She got a blepharoplasty, a nose job, fillers, a chin surgery, and I don't even know what else. I hate to say it, but it decreased her attractiveness. Don't get me wrong, she's still beautiful, but not nearly as gorgeous as what she used to look like. It also makes me just sad that she removed all the features that I loved on her face. It's also sad that people think these features are ones that they need to remove. She looks hollowed out and tired. But she doesn't want to admit she got plastic surgery. We're back home from Europe and people started commenting on her looks at dinner. One of her friends just straight out asked if she got something done, and she said no. She said it was just aging. Of course she's gonna look different. She's 27. I was shocked. I was shocked and I couldn't believe that she could play that card when the results are so dramatic. It's so obvious she was lying, but no one called her out on it. My sister has been staying at my parents' house because I'm here, and she has a weirdly, oh, sorry, she's been weirdly obsessed with her looks since that dinner. She's only 24, and she's truly a baby. 24 seems so young now. She admitted to me that seeing my girlfriend brought up feelings of anxiety towards aging. She said she didn't know people could change so much and it was stressing her out. She started calling me and freaking out about a line she found on her forehead, which was hardly noticeable at all. She isn't a person that's super fixated on her looks normally, so it surprised me. But she was buying anti-aging skincare, applying it multiple times a day. I told her she was fine. All she had to do was moisturize and wear sunscreen. I mean, I looked the same as I did at 24, but she wasn't buying it, and it was obvious why. It hurt me so much to see her like that. She kept putting retinol on her face and would ask me daily if I see lines going away when there were no lines in the first place. After a while of her spiraling, one day I broke down and said, "Dude, you're freaking out about aging because of my girlfriend. Chill out. She got plastic surgery. You don't just randomly start to have a totally different face after you hit 25. You're gonna look exactly how you look now at 27. Relax." She's way too young to be hyperfixated on her looks, and she's worrying about aging. She has an obsessive personality and gets fixated on things, so telling her that made her drop the subject. Thank God. I told her weeks ago, but last week my girlfriend asked if I told anyone about her plastic surgery. I admitted I did tell my sister because I didn't want to lie about it, and she's very mad at me. Was I wrong to tell her? My girlfriend didn't outright say not to tell people, but it was obvious that she wanted me to lie for her and expected me to do that. And then there's an edit at the end. Um, at the end of the day, my sister's well-being and mental health matters to me more than anything. She's naive, more than you would expect from a 24-year-old, and I feel the need to protect her. And then another edit, update for our relationship. I do need to talk to her about the future. I realize I've lost a lot of respect for her, not because of the plastic surgery or changing her appearance. I accepted that, but she was fine with lying to my sister and watching her spiral into obsession. I keep bringing it up that my sister was struggling, and she just deflects and says a lot of young women care about their looks and she'll get over it. It really rubbed me the wrong way. I'd like to think a partner would see how important my sister is to me and prioritize her mental well-being. What? I found this to be so goofy.
That is goofy.
You change your face completely. You cannot get mad when people notice or, inevitably talk about it. Like this poor 24-year-old thinks that she's gonna look like a different person in a couple years, which that is also goofy to me too.
Yeah,
Like look at anyone else in life and you can see, hey, these people look the same. It's just this one that looks different.
I don't think that they're the asshole in the situation.
I don't either. I think they were completely in the right for not letting their sister continue to spiral.
Everyone's goofy.
Oh, but yeah. So, well, one more thing I wanted to say, because this is me being goofy. I already told you this, but in our big game episode where we did trivia and everything, we played another game where you're presented with a choice and you could press the button, but then something else happens as a result of that choice. And we went through quite a few examples of these, and it was really fun to do. But in the editing process, somehow I completely forgot that it existed. I didn't see the
Yeah.
clip. Um, so it's not in the episode, and that's real goofy, which it's fine. I mean, the episode was pretty long anyway, with a lot of trivia, but I'm thinking about editing that by itself and kind of doing like just a bonus clip on YouTube or something.
Onto this episode or just in general?
Just in like a by itself, just a video of us
Oh,
playing the
okay.
game. Because I don't know what else. It doesn't really fit anywhere else, you know? And I stupidly forgot to do it. So
Eh,
yeah.
shit happens.
It was really fun to play it though, so maybe it's fun to watch. Like I said, I don't know. I didn't edit it, so I haven't watched it back yet. So it might see the light of day, it might not. But I don't understand. I spent so many days editing that because it was the hard edit with all the different angles that I don't understand how it never once, like not a single time crossed my mind, like, hey, there's another bit that we did that didn't make it. Like, what?
You were just overwhelmed with all the greatness in that episode, I guess.
Too much trivia. My brain couldn't handle it.
Yeah, we did do a lot of trivia.
I know.
Okay. Well, anything else?
I think I'm done for today. I feel like I've talked so much. Like I don't need to talk for the rest of the day.
Just take a vow of silence.
Anything you
Oh
want to
boy.
add?
No, I have to go to work, which I'm not excited about.
Sucks.
That's what I
And
have to add.
not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
And I'll be
Yeah.
back. I don't know
We're
why I
back,
just did that.
baby.
Okay, so you know the drill, people. Check out the Spotify, Apple, Amazon. Follow the YouTube, the TikTok, the Instagram. And did you know it costs $0 to support a small podcast? Share it
That's
to your
true.
friend, listen to it, give us a like, give us a comment. Be good people.
Yeah. There we go.
Woo!
Leave us a 5-star review.
Oh, don't forget the reviews, honey.
Hey, we went up a little bit.
Did we?
We're at
What
a
are we at now?
4.5.
Whoop whoop. Someone listened.
Someone did
Someone knew
listen.
what was happening.
It's so sad.
It's funny.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, all right. This has been straight crooked.
Very crooked.
Are we supposed to do the thing now?
What do we do? Oh,
Bye.
I forgot about that.